Welcome to the World Register Report. The World Register is an independent news source providing truthful, unbiased, and timely reporting of people, places, and events. Commentaries are also provided on selected stories from time to time. In a report by Reuters news agency today, more than 50 people were killed in Syria when an Islamic State car bomb ripped through a Free Syrian Army checkpoint in the village of Susian. Aid for the CIA-backed Free Syrian Army, or FSA rebels, was suspended by the United States this week. The FSA has fought to remove Syrian President Bashar al-Assad in armed action for nearly 6 years. President al-Assad has been backed by both Russia and Iran during this conflict. FSA has received funding from countries that oppose al-Assad, including Turkey, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia. An unidentified fighter with the Sultan Murad Brigade near the town of Al-Bab stated that the attack was at a checkpoint. However, many families were gathered there waiting to transit through the checkpoint. Another blast was reported about 2 miles from Susian, but it was unclear as to what caused the explosion and if there are any casualties. Reuters news agency reports today that proposed United Nations sanctions against Syria over the use of chemical weapons during the 6-year-long war will be vetoed by Russia. Russian Deputy Ambassador to the UN, Vladimir Safrankov, said after the Security Council meeting there is, quote, a fundamental principle of presumption of innocence before the investigation is over. He also stated that there was tremendous pressure on the UN's Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons to produce a one-sided result in the joint investigation and that Russia will veto it. Russia, along with Iran, are backers of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's regime. It is estimated by some groups that over 300,000 people have been killed in the war. The Associated Press reports today that Christians in the northern part of Sinai are fleeing their homes after the latest killing of a Christian, underscoring the government's failure to protect the community. Plumber Kamal Youssef was gunned down at his home in front of his wife and children in the latest string of attacks against Christians by Islamic militant groups. Islamic militant groups in Egypt view Christians as infidels and have killed 6 members in the Christian community over the past few weeks. The local Islamic State-affiliated group said earlier this week that they are planning on stepping up attacks against the Coptic Christian minority. Many Christians leaving their homes brought only suitcases of clothes, leaving most of their possessions behind. A local priest is quoted as saying, "You feel like this is all meant to force us to leave our homes." Mina Thabit, a researcher with the Egyptian Commission for Rights and Freedoms, stated that hundreds of people arrived in Ismailia on the Suez Canal from Sinai and that the scene there is, quote, really painful. That's it for today. Make sure that you do subscribe, like, and comment below, and be sure to check out those links. Thank you.